Long ago, in the kingdom of Babylon, there lived a wise and faithful man named Daniel. They wanted to get Daniel into trouble, but they could find nothing wrong with him except one thing. Daniel prayed to God every day, so the officials made a sneaky plan. They convinced King Darius to sign a law saying that for 30 days no one could pray to anyone except the king. When Daniel heard about the law, he did not hide. The officials saw him and hurried to the king. Although King Darius cared for Daniel, the law could not be changed. That night, the king could not sleep. He worried about Daniel and hoped God would protect him. Inside the den, hungry lions surrounded Daniel. But Daniel was not afraid. God sent an angel to shut the lions' mouths, and they did not harm him. At sunrise, King Darius rushed to the den and called out, "Daniel, servant of the living God, has your God been able to save you?" Daniel answered, "My God sent his angel, and he shut the lions' mouths. I am unharmed." The king was filled with joy. Daniel was lifted out of the den without a single scratch. King Darius then made a new law, telling everyone to respect and honor Daniel's God. Daniel continued to serve God faithfully, knowing that when you trust God, He is always with you even in the lion's den. After Daniel was lifted from the lion's den, everyone in the kingdom was amazed. The lions, once fierce and roaring, lay quietly as if they had been asleep all night. King Darius gave thanks to God and praised him before all the people. "I now know," the king said, "that Daniel's God is the living God. He rescues and protects, and his power never ends." The king commanded that everyone in the kingdom should respect and honor the God of Daniel. Peace returned to the land, and justice was restored. Daniel went back to his work, serving the king faithfully, just as he always had. He did not boast or brag about what had happened. Instead, he continued to pray, trusting God every day. From that time on, Daniel's story was told to children and families across the land. They remembered how God protected him when he was brave and faithful. And Daniel learned, just as we do, that even when we feel alone or afraid, God is always with us, stronger than any danger and kinder than we can imagine. Because no matter how dark the den may seem, God's light is never far away. Years passed, and Daniel grew older, but his faith never grew weak. He remembered the night in the lion's den, not with fear, but with gratitude. Whenever he prayed, he thanked God for being near even when danger surrounded him. Children in the kingdom asked Daniel, "Were you scared of the lions?" Daniel would smile and say, "I trusted God more than I feared the lions." His story became a reminder to everyone that doing the right thing is always worth it, even when it is hard. Daniel showed that faith is not about being fearless, it's about trusting God when you are afraid. And so, whenever someone felt alone, or worried, or unsure, they remembered Daniel in the lion's den. They remembered that God hears prayers, keeps his promises, and watches over those who trust him. That is why Daniel's story is still told today, to remind us that courage, faith, and prayer can carry us through even the darkest nights. And just like Daniel, we are never alone.